Alright, how's it going, guys? James here from Butler Farms, and I am in a place that I don't get to spend as much time as I want to. I'm out here planting green fields, getting ready for the upcoming hunting season. As you know, we do a lot of hunting. That's how we get a lot of our meat, and just wanted to show you what we got going on. This is one of our fields. It's being planted right now. You'll see the tractor come by in just a second. Putting out a lot of seed, getting ready. One of our favorite things to do, and you know, we do this. This is in some of my former videos. I've shown you this place before as I was hunting in some different fields during hunting season. Just wanted to show you kind of what it looks like before. You can see we got these beautiful woods here, starting to turn colors here in central Alabama. This is mid-October, and a beautiful, clear, cool morning. Feels good out here today, and feels good to get out here in God's creation and do this. This is part of the work that goes into getting ready every year. We do hunt in the woods some, especially when the acorns are falling, but especially with my kids and things like that, they like to sit on the green fields, and there's a whole mix of stuff in here. We've got wheat and rye, we've got Austrian winter peas, we've got triticale, which is a mix hybrid of wheat and rye, and several other things that we put out. And guys, this is fun for me. A lot of people would think this is work. I look forward to this every year because that means hunting season's right around the corner, and you know, it's getting that time of year. And as you know, it's not just about growing vegetables and growing fruits. I enjoy doing that too, but there's a meat component to that. We're meant to eat meat, and so if I can get some good organic forest raised meat instead of farm raised meat, guys, it doesn't get much more organic than that. And you know, for the health of my family and for the quality that we get out of it, it can't be beat. And so like I said, we are looking forward to hunting season. Can't wait to get it underway. I love this time of year. It's probably my favorite time of year, even though our garden, the cool parts of the year are my favorite. Love to get outdoors and do this, and going to be a good hunting season. I'll bring you along on a lot of those as the hunting season unfolds. We're getting kind of low in the freezers, actually. We put several in the freezer last year. Didn't have as good a year as we wanted to. I showed you some of that in the former videos from last year, but always that hope for this year. And you know, we're not necessarily trophy hunters. We won't pass one up, but at the same time, you know, we're out here doing conservation work. These deer in this part of the state of Alabama are overpopulated. You see them all up and down the roads, tearing up cars and eating people's yards up, and everything else. And you know, for their benefit, for their health, for keeping disease down and that kind of stuff, we take some of them out, and that's a benefit to us too. So come along with us as the hunting season unfolds, and stay with us, and we'll show you what we got going on. Again, I wanted to bring you along for a little piece of this. I wish you were here with me. Don't forget to like and subscribe and share this video with other people. And until next time, God bless. This is James from Butler Farms. Alright guys, back here with you again. I thought after I did that little short video in that other field that I would just show you some of the other ones that we have. This is actually the third field that we planted today. We don't plant humongous fields. We like them to be kind of close, especially with the kids around, to make it a little bit of an easier shot for them. This is another one just right up the hill from the one that we were just in. My favorite one probably was the one that we planted first. It was, I just didn't think about it. I'm having to kind of get these little snippet videos in because I'm loading the tractor and moving things around. But this is another one that we have. It's a beautiful place in the winter and in the fall, and you can see how dry it is out there behind that tractor. Guys, we run into this about every 2 to 3 years, where we end up with having an issue, you know, with me working full time and having to get up with the guy that does our tractor work up here, and with my dad, we kind of have to all coordinate our schedules. And it was such a dry summer, as y'all know from my gardening videos, and then we had those hurricanes that came through, and we got some moisture, but it didn't even make up for how far we were behind. And then for the last month, we hadn't had hardly any moisture at all, so there's very little in the ground. We actually tried to look at the schedule and see about moving it back a little bit, but with our schedules, we've got something the next couple of weekends, and to be honest with you, here in mid-October, we are almost out of time. Our hunting season comes in here in Alabama, in the part where we live at least, in mid-November, so we're about a month out, and waiting a week or two would probably not be the best idea, even though it's as dry as it is. We've had this issue in the past. It's been so dry in the past that we've even had to come back and reseed. We hope we don't have to do that, especially with the price of seed, but we will we'll get it together, and I'll update you when we get to the next field. As he finishes up with those seeds there, I have just a few minutes before I have to reload him. I did want to show you, I've had some people ask what we hunt out of. We've used tents, we've used ladder stands, but with the kids we decided to build shooting houses. That's kind of the Taj Mahal of the shooting houses that we have here, but just wanted to show you that. It's very comfortable and warm inside, knocks the wind off, and a little bit easier to get the kids out here in the woods when they can hunt like that. See you in just a minute. Alright guys, I'm back here with you probably for the last time. I was going to show you the other fields. I'll just wait till hunting season and do that. We're running as hard as we can trying to get this done. We got some other things to do other than plant today while we're up here. We live probably 70 to 85 miles from where we hunt, so when we get up here we got to make it count. I did just want to come back on and say that, you know, a lot of people, especially people that I know here, want to know why we plant such small green fields, and I kind of covered that in one of the other little snippets that you know, we have found up here, the way that we hunt, there's not a lot of flat ground up here in this part of the state of Alabama. It's pretty much hills and hollers, so we have to work with what we've got as far as flat ground goes, so that's one reason. Another reason is simply for the size of the seed or price of the seed that we have. We would rather have more fields than just a couple of big ones, because I have 4 children that hunt. I've got a brother-in-law that hunts, a nephew that hunts, both me and my dad. So, you know, we got to have enough places to go and to be able to get out there and enjoy it without being stacked on top of each other. And to be honest with you, it's just worked better for us. You know, I've little small green fields in these hills and hollers. It seems like the deer are less skittish about coming into the field. You know, they feel a little bit more secure about walking on out, since it's not such a big wide open space. The field that I showed you first, in that first little snippet, if you notice, there's a windrow up the middle where when that was cleared, the trees were pushed up, and we've left that windrow there on purpose, because even with the size of that field, which is nowhere near the size of the field that some people around here plant, the deer are real skittish about coming in there. But if we let that windrow get about head high, and our shooting house obviously is up above that, so it doesn't restrict our vision as far as seeing deer. But if we'll let it get chest to head high, the deer will just walk on out there. Now they do pretty much go to that windrow and stay around the edges of it. They like that security and that cover that it provides. And so it just has worked better for us over time, and it's enjoyable. You get that kind of I like to be in the woods, and it gives that kind of a woods feel because it's close in on top of you. So several different reasons. I don't know that there's a right or a wrong to it. This is just what works for us, and it fills our freezers every year. And as you know, most all the red meat that we eat in any kind of form, whether it's ground or steak or whatever the case may be, stew meat, however we use it, comes from deer. We eat very little beef, especially beef bought from the grocery store. We just, you know, we do have some people that we get some homegrown beef from, but not much. I mean, we have plenty of deer. It's healthier, less fat in it. We just slow down and cook it real slow. Doesn't stick, doesn't burn. You know, like some people think you have to put all the fat in it. You don't. I've been cooking with it for decades now without adding fat to it, and I process it myself, so I know the quality of it that goes into it, and better yet, what does not go into it. I did just want to stop for just a second and show you. I was telling you about the mix a while ago. Now this sheet under here is my dad's calculations about what goes in every field as we're loading that tractor. This is the mix that we use, and you can see it's pretty small, but you can see it's got wheat, rape, clover, rye, and Austrian winter peas. Now we also, as I said, we also mix in something called triticale, which is a hybrid of wheat and rye together. That grows very well here, and the deer seem to like it. And then last but not least, as the sun is giving me fits here, we also throw in a lot of extra Austrian winter peas. They seem to like this soil up here, and they do well here. The deer love them. Believe it or not, they never actually get big enough. I mean, the deer are so overpopulated up here. Most people would look at our green fields and kind of be ashamed of them simply because it's just mowed down. It doesn't matter. We put grow cages out in the middle of them to see how much the deer actually eat, and inside the grow cages it will literally be waist high of groceries. And guys, we can't get it over about 2 inches up out of the ground. There are so many deer up here, but we're going to try to take care of part of that issue this year, just like we do every year, and try to get the numbers down. Believe it or not, up here, this is my dad's home place up here. There's very few people, very rural out here, but very few people hunting up here, which in one way is good. I would rather not have the pressure, but at the same time it keeps the deer smaller and more overpopulated. It wouldn't hurt to have some people around our property also taking some deer out, but I'll take it. You know, it doesn't, you know, my family and I will come out here and enjoy it and be part of it, and we're not sitting on the couch watching TV. We're out enjoying life and being together, and putting some good groceries in the freezer. So this is where I'm going to leave it. I know the first little snippet was where I thought I was going to leave it, but I wanted to show you a few extra things. Guys, thank you so much for watching. Thank you for making this channel grow, and continue to tell your friends about it. Continue to share it, and give me the thumbs up, and you know, let's keep this thing going. I enjoy doing them. As you can tell, I am not a technology person, so this one's going to kind of be patched together as best I can. I'm learning. I'm learning some things online about how to do some editing and stuff. It still doesn't make a lot of sense to me. That is not my forte, but I'll learn and I'll get better. But just forgive the how it's patched together. Just wanted you to see what we were up to, and the excitement that's building for what's coming here in about another month. And I just appreciate you so much, and God bless. This is James from Butler Farms.